Welcome, everyone. Good morning. You may all have a seat. We'll begin our ceremony momentarily. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Good morning. Better. And welcome, one and all, to the opening of the commencement exercises of the Walnut Hill School for the Arts. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'd like to say to the graduates of this morning, congratulations to the great class of 2025. Now, I'm going to bet that the vast majority of you have seen some change in yourselves while you've been here at the school. And I'm just going to talk for a few minutes about that. Change, as in change is constant, or nothing ever changes, or you're perfect, now change. With respect to the inevitability of change, this concept holds the most truth. The scientist and philosopher Heraclitus was the first to be quoted as saying, "The only thing that is constant is change." And also, no one steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river, and they are not the same person. We are constantly adjusting to change, aging, growing emotionally, changing habits and activities, learning and experiencing new things, and we're constantly adapting to new political, social, and economic environments, as well as new technologies and scientific paradigms. Things change, and change, though hard, is generally a positive thing. And to quote Heraclitus just one more time, it is in changing that we find purpose. So change does and will happen. And I want to emphasize to you that as artists, you have a power in your art and your artistic sensibility, a unique talent and voice with which to guide that change. And while change is inevitable, the direction of change is not. As artists and as people, guide to the extent you can that inevitable change toward the type of person you want to be and the type of society you want to see. But in the face of change, be sure to hold fast to your values, your essence, your optimism. No blowing in the wind, no cynicism. If you keep your values, your essence, your optimism, you'll remain true to yourselves through the years, and positive change is truly manageable. As for the, nothing changes, well, 3 quick things. 1, if it seems like it's stuck, fix it. Make an impact. Change. 2nd, boredom is a sin against the imagination, and you can quote me on that. And 3rd, sometimes it's comforting that things haven't changed, like to come home, to always feel someone's love, to eat a home-cooked meal, or to know a friend will always be there for you. And as far as that goes, Walnut Hill will always be there for you. It may change around the edges. You may see a new building. The students will look younger, and so will the faculty over time. But after all, no one steps in the same river twice. Walnut Hill will always be the same in warmly welcoming you back, so please come often. And finally, as to the "you're perfect, now change," Walnut Hill has helped you artistically, intellectually, and emotionally. By being who you are and meeting our graduation standards, you are all Walnut Hill perfect. Now it's time for change, for new life experiences, definitely not ceasing to use and exploit your amazing talents and artistry. But as you go forward, I dare you to be challenged in your convictions, your opinions, your strengths, and especially your weaknesses. So yes, go out and embrace change. Grow, study, learn, work, love. Stay the great class of 2025. But go out and change yourself and your world. And best of luck to each and every one of you. Congratulations.
Good morning. Jenny, thank you so much. Greetings to you all. Welcome. And thank you for traveling from all over the world to attend this ceremony. And welcome to those at home who are tuning in to our live stream. I am humbled and honored to serve as your head of school and class of 2025. I'm thrilled to honor you today and express what you mean to all of us. It has truly been an extraordinary year, and you have truly been an extraordinary class. So today, seniors and PGs, I offer you some gratitude, some history, and some advice. Non nobis solum. None of us made it to this day alone. Seniors and PGs, in order for you, it is important to celebrate you, it is important to express deep gratitude to those who have helped you prepare for today. From your first moment of life until this moment, I know the journey of your parents and guardians to love you, raise you, educate you, and help you find your way to Walnut Hill has been filled with hard work, enormous amounts of sacrifice, and many sleepless nights of hope and anxiety. Joined with siblings, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and family friends, these amazing people allowed and encouraged you to take the leap to pursue your dream of attending Walnut Hill. Their dedication to and love for you is unrivaled, and I want to thank each and every one of your family members for sharing you with us. Please join with me, class of 2025, to recognize all of your family members without whom we would not be celebrating you today. Your class possesses immense amounts of joy, passion, intellect, and stamina. One of the best things about your class is that you use these strengths for good, and as a result, have become phenomenal role models for younger walnuts. A huge part of how you have developed and leveraged your strengths together is because of the exceptional adults you have had at Walnut Hill as teachers, mentors, and guides. To work at a boarding school for the arts is all-consuming. It is not just a job. It is a calling. You would not be moving on to the next amazing chapter of your lives today without their level of dedication, caring, and uncompromising high standards. Please join me in thanking and recognizing Walnut Hill faculty, staff, and dorm parents for their Herculean efforts of providing you with a world-class education, taking care of you around the clock, and launching you all to become young adults of purpose, passion, and purpose. Thank you. And thank you, colleagues. Now for some history. Today marks our 132nd commencement ceremony, something we are so proud of. Walnut Hill's history and traditions are rich, and certainly commencement is our most cherished tradition. Our school began as Walnut Hill Wellesley Preparatory School, founded by Wellesley College alumni Florence Bigelow and Charlotte Conant. Their purpose was clear: offer a rigorous education to young women of promise, preparing them for women's colleges like Wellesley, Smith, Vassar, and Radcliffe. These beautiful 30 acres were then known as the Harwood Estate, named after the wealthy family in town who owned the baseball factory at the bottom of Walnut Street, which you've walked by many times. The existing two buildings on the hill, a home and a carriage house, became Stowe and Highland Halls, and the magic began. The school's program and reputation grew. Our first international student came to study at Walnut Hill from China in 1907, 118 years ago. Elliott House was built to be a dorm, dining hall, and study center. Westerly came next, designed by Eliza Newkirk Rogers, one of the few prominent female architects of the time. For over 70 years, we delivered on our mission, launching thousands of women into lives of impact and purpose. Through a global influenza pandemic, 2 world wars, and the Great Depression, our school endured. Then, the world did radically change. The 1960s were a turbulent time, and eventually the torrent of societal change hurt Walnut Hill. By the early 70s, inflation was high and the economy was bad. Girls' education was going out of style in favor of co-education, and schools like Walnut Hill were struggling. Here were the choices: close, merge with another school, or reinvent ourselves. And I'm so grateful that we chose the last option. The head of school who had the idea for Walnut Hill School for the Arts was Earl Batchelder, who I had the great pleasure of spending time with last year, and he passed away last month at the age of 97. Earl, along with a courageous board of trustees, saw great promise and potential in transitioning to a school for the arts. It was a huge risk, but Walnut Hill partnered with Boston Ballet, Boston University, and New England Conservatory to help them develop the new mission and educational program. As public schools drastically cut arts programs, Walnut Hill emerged as a singular place to transform the lives of the world's most promising young artists to make an enduring impact on the world. This was a brave and audacious decision, and without their bravery, none of us would be here today. I share this with you, class of 2025, because it's important to know where our school came from, what we have endured over the years, and despite the most severe obstacles, that Walnut Hill will always keep evolving to make the world a better place. Class of 2025, I'm not ready for you to leave, and I know many here who feel the same. You will be sorely missed tomorrow, next week, and next year. After watching you grow for the past 3 years, I want to share with you what I see as the defining attribute of your class that has truly enriched our school community. And that word is unified. Like generations of our alums, you have endured a great deal in your young lives, on and off campus. After 2 deaths in our community in 8 months, your beloved classmate Donna Chung and DEIB director Mama Linda Hughes, you took care of one another and modeled for our community what it means to be human. You took time to grieve, to remember, to recognize your own mortality, and most importantly, to cherish each and every day you walk this beautiful and imperfect earth. It was through those losses that I saw your class truly become unified and become the exceptional group of human beings that you are today. For many of you, a recent cherished memory was the inaugural Donna Chung Foundation 5K run. Many of you ran that day, most of you with no experience in the sport. I also will add many of you were very sore the day after that. But you had your classmates cheering you on. You did it for love, you did it for Donna, and for your own healing. That healing will continue today as Donna receives her Walnut Hill diploma in recognition of who she was and how her passing helped you become unified in ways none of us could have imagined. Once again, we find ourselves in turbulent times, a time where we need to be brave and audacious. Class of 2025, you have become remarkably unified during the most polarizing period in my lifetime. Conflicts around the world have torn families apart physically and philosophically. The first election many of you were able to vote in was one of the most complicated and corrosive in modern U.S. history. Today, we are living in an environment where fear and hate can dominate, motivated by political gain and financial greed, both profiting and benefiting from chaos and division. Many of you and the people you love no longer feel affirmed in identity by our government, but rather feel erased and marginalized. Your decision on where to attend college might have been driven primarily not by where you might thrive, but rather where you feel safe, seen, have full legal control over your body, and about who you choose to love. This is not the world that we wish for you, but it is where we are, and I know we all want it to change. Despite the losses in our community and the incredible anxiety and turmoil in our world, you became better. As intellectuals in the classroom, as artists, and as human beings, you became better. Seniors across the country are being handed their diplomas this month, and many of them are deprived of the full joyous moment we have right now because they are not unified, they are divided. You've rejected that, you've chosen the higher ground, and you've leveraged your higher purpose as artists, and in the process gave yourselves a treasured gift for today. I know that we have all learned so much about ourselves by watching your extraordinary development and leadership at Walnut Hill. We deeply admire and love you. Even though we will miss you deeply, your unity as a class will remain at Walnut Hill. Your legacy, we have never been as close as a school community as we are right now. You have brought us together across majors, across grade levels, across all of our differences that make Walnut Hill such a diverse and special community. You have cheered us all on, and our younger students know that to attend Walnut Hill is to be unified in purpose, passion, and how we live in community together. That's because of you. Class of 2025, our world desperately needs your unity. As much as you leave us with the challenge of remaining unified as you depart, I also want to challenge you. Please take what you have learned here to unify your college, conservatory, and ballet company communities. Some of you will arrive at colleges ripped apart by protest and disorder, where people don't want to listen, and where one offhanded statement or post can result in being canceled. I challenge you to resist this. Resist by offering refined and informed points of view, the healing balm of friendship, and the moral courage to protect your integrity. Resist this not by giving into a deep despair fueled by a corporate media culture that wants you to spend more time doom scrolling on your phone than building healthy, loving relationships with your classmates. With all the conflict and pain in our world, combining your ability to unify people with the power of your artistic expression is an act of resistance that will change the world. Class of 2025, you are the most valuable resource that our world needs right now and into the future. At Walnut Hill, you learned how to love yourself, love others, love your work, and love a community so deeply. You have accomplished so much during your time here and have made friendships and artistic relationships that will last a lifetime. You are leaving behind a beautiful legacy of creativity, compassion, leadership, and tremendous growth. The bar has been set incredibly high for the cohorts of students who are following your footsteps. I want to thank each and every one of you for choosing Walnut Hill and ask that you never lose touch with us. We are always here for you. We care deeply for you. And from the bottom of my heart, please remember this. You are our treasure and our greatest hope. Congratulations, and my deepest gratitude to you and your families.
Everyone is having a good morning. My name is Caroline Lambert. I am a writing, film, and media arts student. And today I will be presenting an original poem titled Fledglings. To those who are about to embark, the children to be adults, the adults remembering to be children, the eggs that hatched, grew, and flourished, you sit at the edge of a nest. We are the chicks who will grow up into the birds of tomorrow's great migration towards a better future. And right now, it is time for us to spread our wings and to begin learning how to take flight. Do not mean to fly away and forget. Forgetting is only cause for repetition. I would say remember, but remember is what everyone tells you to do. So to you, I say, do not forget. Do not forget all you have experienced, the tears you have shed, the late deadlines you have missed, the anxiety, the waiting for your future to start. Do not forget the hugs you shared with someone, for some, the lips you have kissed. Do not forget the smiles or the joy. Do not forget those who make you feel like a little kid again. And do not forget what it was to be a child. Instead, have your younger self walk with you. Have them perch on your shoulder to help you turn your tassel. Have them trail behind you and hug them before you go. Thank them for all they did so you can now graduate. Don't forget them as you move on into this new chapter. Do not forget what it is to be growing up, because all too soon you will be fully fledged and be enthralled with being grown up. Some of you may already be feeling it, the ecstasy of independence, but for now, be fledglings and be happy. And when you flap your wings, may they be flying you towards such a future that would leave your younger self in awe. Now go. Fly, little fledglings, fly. You did it.
My dearest classmates, friends, supporters, and fellow graduates, welcome to the day that you may have been dreaming of since elementary school. Parents and family members, welcome to the day that you've probably been dreading since your student's time in elementary school. No one could have imagined what today would look like over 12 years ago on your first day of first grade. Would it be sunny? What color cap and gown would you have on? What school would you be graduating from? Now, as these questions are answered and the day has finally arrived, take a moment to look around and appreciate the beautiful day that we are so lucky to have before us. Thank you. My name is Olivia Robinson, and I am so proud to be a graduating four-year theater major of Walnut Hill School for the Arts. When I first arrived on this beautiful campus in August of 2021, it was a day much like today. The grass was practically neon green, the sun was mostly shining, the birds were chirping, and I was full of pride and joy. Throughout my day of being whisked about the stations of orientation and meeting all my new classmates, I ended up in the Keefe conference room by myself, overwhelmed with such gratitude for what my life was about to become. While looking around at all of Keefe's cubbies and shelves, I found a small sign tucked on a mantle that read, "If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough." I read it again and again, vowing to let it serve as a constant reminder to keep my head on straight and unwavering. A brand new school, brand new teachers, and a whole new way of life scared me. The list of unknowns was almost endless, and the only thing between myself and success was doubt. How could I, who felt so small and unequipped, conquer the massive dreams that I had set out for myself? What I didn't know then is that fear isn't an enemy. Fear is proof that we care and what pushes us forward, urging us to rise to the occasion. And in these past 4 years, each of us has learned to embrace that fear, to use it as fuel rather than letting it hold us back. From nerve-wracking auditions to opening night jitters to the moments of pure, unfiltered joy on stage, we have learned to live in the discomfort of the unknown. And in that space, We have found magic. We have built a family, a community that understands that success is not measured in applause alone, but in the courage to present your art and bare your soul. If there is anything that the class of 2025 is collectively excelling at, it is our commitment to showing up and being there for one another. Almost every showcase or performance is full of seniors anxiously awaiting to cheer on whatever their classmates are presenting. Judging by our multiple trophies and awards, we do not mess around when it comes to Spirit Days, Nut Cup Games, or Decades Dances, 2-time winners. Thank you very much. We have been each other's biggest fans, loudest cheerleaders, and strongest support systems. It's never been about the performances, the exhibitions, the accolades. It's about the people standing beside us through it all. It's about the friendships and the moments of laughter that make even the most exhausting days worthwhile. It's the faculty and staff that lead with such wisdom and give us the strength to restart when our original plans fall through. Our collective road to this day was not an entirely easy one. We were the first class to arrive on campus for orientation in a post-COVID world and experienced our freshman year with spit tests on Tuesdays and masks in all our classes and gatherings. It was a time when seeing each other's faces was limited and the bottom halves of our teachers' faces were mysteries. In our sophomore year, we welcomed over 20 new friends to join our class of dancing queens, making us stronger and tighter. And then, we all became upperclassmen, wondering how we had come so far in what seemed like such a short amount of time. We won championships, made strides in our featured art, won awards and competitions, and learned what it meant to understand some of life's hardest lessons at such a young age. Devastation and loss ran deep through our community, and even through such incredible times of sorrow, we learned that we will always be sturdy shoulders to cry on. I myself went through a lot of changes junior year. I began looking at colleges and having to imagine a life outside of Walnut Hill, found joy in things I do beyond theater, and even became a boarding student in April of my spring semester. I had never minded the hour and 15-minute drive to and from school every day as a day student, for I knew that I was about to spend another 24 hours having the privilege to do what I love in the place that I love with the people that I love. My parents moving away 3/4 of the year through my junior year was not something I had exactly expected, but it ended up being one of the greatest blessings of my time here. I discovered what it felt like to be alone, to navigate grief on my own, to conquer my greatest fears, and to discover new ones. Throughout all the change and craziness of my shifting life, Walnut Hill was my constant. Walnut Hill has taught me what it means to be resilient, to test my own boundaries, to open myself up to learning about myself and the world around me in ways I never deemed possible. I've learned to advocate for myself when I need help, to support others through whatever their path may be, and to find a true balance between my personal development and the art that I surround myself with. Most importantly, I have learned that gratitude is crucial to your personal betterment in the life that we are so fortunate to live. These lessons have come in waves, and it has taken me 8 semesters of growing to be able to look back at what I have accomplished. As the theater department has taught me, the work is never done. There is always something to add or tweak, as reaching a textbook definition of perfection is impossible. Class of 2025, as we close this chapter of time that we have spent together, I wish nothing for you more than this. Chase your dreams with the same passion, the same drive, and the same resilience that has carried you to this very moment. There will be obstacles along the way, and there will be times when fear creeps back in, whispering that you aren't ready, that you aren't good enough. But you have proven time and time again that you are more than capable of defying those doubts. You have spent years honing your craft, learning your discipline, and discovering the power of your own voice. So don't silence it now. Take risks, make bold choices, throw yourself into your art, your work, and your passions with everything that you have. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher, who inspire you to be better, who remind you why you started in the first place. And most importantly, don't be afraid to fail. Failure is not the end. It is merely a stepping stone on this path to greatness. For if your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. The world beyond Walnut Hill is vast and uncertain, but it is full of infinite possibilities. And if there is anything that I know about this graduating class, it is that we are more than ready to take it on. In the words of my freshman class president speech, we are all artists. We are all creators, listeners, and we have the power to write our own stories. Through an author's perspective, today is the prologue for an exciting story that starts tomorrow. Go sharpen your pencils, because it's about to get good. Thank you.
Hello. I have to say, these caps are incredibly flattering, and I can't wait to start wearing them out in the normal world. My name's Aiden. I'm a 4-year writing, film, and media arts senior from Arlington, Mass. Thank you all for coming. I first heard this song we're about to play, I think, in sophomore year, and it's an old traditional American folk song. It's not attributed to any author in general, but I thought, wow, this would be really perfect for graduation. It just feels like every word resonates really deeply. And yeah, the chorus is a sing-along, so it's on your programs. It's pretty simple. I think you'll understand it, but maybe by the second or third go-around, you will be able to sing along. Yeah, I'd like to thank all of the wonderful musicians next to me for agreeing to perform and being really flexible. It's my first time arranging music for anything. As a non-music major also. So, yeah, thank you. You guys ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Time has made a change since my childhood days. Many of my friends have gone away. Some I never more in this life shall see. Time has made a change in me. Time has made a change in the old home place. Time has made a change with each smiling face. And I know my friends can plainly see. Time has made a change in me. In my childhood days, I was well and strong. I could climb a hillside all day long. I am not today what I used to be. Time has made a change in me. Sing. Time has made a change in the old home place. Time has made a change in each smiling face. And I know my friends can plainly see. Time has made a change in has made a change in the childhood days. Many of my friends have gone away. Time has made a change in the old home place. Time has made a change in me. Time has made a change in me. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Hi. Good morning, everyone, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow class of 2025. Thank you all for being here today in this very wonderful day to celebrate the graduation of our class. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ricky Kim, and I'm a 3-year senior for the visual arts major. And I have the absolute honor of standing here today. When I try to sum up the privileged and unforgettable experience I have had at Walnut Hill, I still cannot believe that we actually made it. After years of long art classes, rehearsals, performances, critiques, late night lists, and last but not least, a questionable amount of caffeine. Here we are, dressed in caps, gowns, and probably a little bit of last-minute panic. But today isn't about deadlines or auditions. It's about celebrating everything we have accomplished together. Walnut Hill wasn't the typical high school that I have imagined before. Here, we didn't just memorize facts and take tests. We told stories, created art, danced, composed, and performed. We poured our hearts into our craft, sometimes questioning about our sanity, but always pushing forward because, well, that's what artists do. We learned to embrace failure, find beauty in mistakes, and trust that even when things feel impossible, the show must go on. However, I'll be honest, what truly made Walnut Hill exceptional wasn't the long, tiring classes or the performances. It was the people. The friends who supported one another. The teachers who believed in us even when we doubted ourselves. And the countless moments filled with laughter and inspiration. And I mean, at times we did have uncertainty about the future. However, every late night studio sessions, every last minute scramble, every standing ovation, every thoughtful critique, and even the not so thoughtful critiques has played a part in shaping each one of us into the unique young artists and individuals we are today. And now, as we step into the world beyond this hill, we believe that all of us will take Walnut Hill with us. No matter where we go, what we create, or how many times we reinvent ourselves. So, to my fellow graduates, may we continue to dream big, take risks, and bring a little bit of that Walnut Hill spirit wherever we go. And as I end my speech today, I would like to end it with a quote that I heard which echoed in my mind since the moment I entered Walnut Hill. Once a walnut, always a walnut. Congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zoe Isabel, and I am honored to be speaking at the commencement of Walnut Hill's class of 2025. Families and loved ones, thank you for being here to support this remarkable group of graduates. Faculty and staff, thank you for all that you continue to do, whether it's known or behind the scenes. On behalf of not only this class, but the entire student body, we are eternally grateful to have you as our second families here at our home away from home. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations. It goes without saying that all of our hard work has led us to this moment, where it's time to say, see you later, to the school that has shaped each of us in unique and immensely powerful ways. If you know me, you know that I do most everything by the book. Rules, routines, and regulations have made up the fabric of my being for as long as I can remember. I've never snuck out of the house or driven more than maybe 5 over the speed limit. I don't even have a curfew because my parents know as well as I do that I'll always end up asleep at home by 11 p.m. Over the last 4 years, I've learned that while it puts anxiety to rest, playing by the rules does have its drawbacks, and maybe rules are meant to be broken. I know that preaching the importance of abandoning policy may not be what you all expected to hear today, so I ask that you hear me out. To clarify, I don't mean that we should start having fistfights over the dining hall chocolate chip cookies, and I certainly don't mean to chastise anyone who has fallen victim to the A-block Wordle epidemic. Obviously, there's purpose behind school rules. But what happens when we impose restrictions on ourselves that don't serve us? Speaking from experience, nothing happens. That is where the problem lies. There is no movement or progress, and we stay stagnant. Take this example. Last summer, my parents encouraged me to pursue a pre-collegiate summer program, assuming I would choose something at nearby Boston University or Northeastern. I had other plans. After comparing tuition and transportation costs, I chose to study photography for 6 weeks in Paris, in an apartment, alone, at the age of 16. I'm unsure what came over me when I chose to spend my summer across the ocean instead of across the city, but I know I've always had ideas perceivable as outlandish or unrealistic. And while it's true that many of my prospective adventures or hobbies are pretty out there, it's also true that I've managed to make them happen anyway. I've always had an unknowing understanding that when things seem too far out of reach, it's usually because we don't feel like getting off of the couch to grab a step stool. The program in Paris was substantially less expensive, so why is it that it seemed so outlandish? Naturally, there are limitations. Money, time, resources, many things pose real restraints. But as walnuts, if there's one thing that we do not mess around about, it's creativity. We spend our time generating ideas, whether it be in arts or academic classes. I remember very fondly the skills I've gained from projects like coordinating affinity group and club events, or the unconventional methods I just figured I might as well try out during Mr. Keenan's architectural egg drop contest. I remember my egg catcher construction day very clearly. The class was split into groups of 3. I was placed in a group with two of my good friends and fellow graduates, Aiden Buck and Daniela Minidis. Side note, just because you're friends with someone does not mean that you don't have to put in the effort to be an effective collaborator. I'm sure you can only imagine how productive 3 16-year-olds running on coffee and Starburst could possibly be at 9 in the morning. Anyway, each group was given 10 pieces of printer paper, 1 meter of masking tape, and 1 pair of scissors. That's it. Considering this egg had to survive a 2-story fall, the task was daunting. We got to work. If I had to guess, I would say that we probably went through about 7 or 8 different prototypes before landing on one that we believed would protect our egg, all with the same 10 pieces of torn and practically crumpled paper. By the end, we abandoned the notion that the paper needed to be the main structural element and that the tape was just a bridge between each sheet. We crumpled the paper just to add a bit of height, our roundabout way of shortening the fall, and folded the tape, sticky side up, leaving it atop our mountain of almost shredded copier paper. Our goal was for the tape to break the fall and stick to the egg, preventing it from rolling onto the floor. While there was no rule that we had to utilize the paper in a structural sense, I got the sense that as students, we all decided that was the way that it had to be. While our egg catcher may not have been the most successful, and I still blame my poor aim when dropping it, it really stuck with me how our approach took everything we thought about dropping eggs down flights of stairs and threw it out the window. It was mine and my teammates' willingness to leave behind our expectations that I will take with me forever. Every student here has already broken the mold, stepping away from a traditional high school experience in favor of a chance to pursue our passions from a younger age. And while that's a start, it is vital that we not let our ambition turn into seeking normalcy, or worse, forgetting that we don't have to seek normalcy. So as we say goodbye to the school that has gifted us with the opportunity to throw normalcy away, I hope we all know that the expectations of the world around us do not define us, but that we can define the world regardless of those expectations. Thank you. And once again, congratulations to the class of 2025.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Erica Picciotto-Zanussi, but many of you all call me Miss P. And I am so grateful to be able to stand before you on this special day to celebrate the beautiful class of 2025. This particular class is very special to me for two reasons. First, as Olivia said earlier, you are the class of students who came to Walnut Hill after we were fully back in person post-COVID. To me, you all were a fresh start, the group that was going to take us out of the dark times of COVID and bring us into a better and brighter future together. You gave us hope and joy, and you have continued to do this every day you've been here on this campus. The second reason this class is special is that I've been an advisor to you for the last 4 years, and specifically to 8 of the spectacular humans who are graduating today: Daniela, Aiden, Micah, Haichi, Samira, Devaney, Shyla, and Jane. It has been a privilege to watch you all grow over your time here through the joys and the challenges, successes and hardships. Standing in front of you today, I want you to know that I am so incredibly proud of all of you, and I am deeply honored to speak not just to the 8 of you, but to the whole class whom I've come to know well. In preparing for this speech, I asked your advisors to share their hopes for you, and I wanted to share some of those now. Erin hopes that you continue to grow as compassionate humans and treat yourselves with the same compassion that you do those around you. Jason hopes that you keep getting dazzled by the world and that you go on dazzling others. Nicole hopes that you remember that kindness can change lives. And Randy hopes that you find and follow your bliss. While these are just some of the responses, I will say that the overarching wish for you is to be happy. So today, I will share with you some personal experiences to highlight 3 things that have helped me live a happy and fulfilling life. I'm calling them Miss P's ABCs. The ABCs are the building blocks of the English language, which I obviously love, and hopefully Miss P's ABCs will also be the building blocks for your future happiness too. The first thing I want to talk about is the A of the ABCs, which is authenticity. To be authentic is to be yourself, wholly, fully, and truly. This can seem like an easy ask because who else could you be in this life? But sometimes it takes a journey to really know yourself, and it's not always an easy one. I know this from experience. I grew up with a Japanese mom and an American dad. This meant a couple of things. The first is that I was immersed in 2 different worlds growing up, the one outside of my house and the one inside. This also meant that I often felt caught between 2 worlds, neither of which I truly felt a part of. I was too Asian to be fully accepted by my American classmates and community, and I was too American in Japan to be fully accepted by Japanese kids in society. I did my best to try to fit in, adjusting myself depending on which community I was in, because what kid growing up doesn't want to fit in? For example, when I was in middle school, I tried teasing and hairspraying my bangs so they'd be fluffy and dramatic like my classmates, but my hair just wouldn't do it, and there was no YouTube back then to help. Then in college, I tried formally learning Japanese so that I would sound more perfect, but Japanese folks would keep telling me how well I spoke, code for not fluent. I spent a long time trying to figure out how to be enough so that either culture would accept me, but inevitably something would out me, exposing that I was, in fact, different. Here's the secret. You can't depend on other people to accept you. You have to accept yourself. Only after you accept yourself, your full self, will others start to see you for the beautiful, full selves that you all are. Over the course of my identity journey, I realized that I'm not half or part or a little bit American, and I am not half or part or a little bit Japanese. I am American, and I am Japanese. As Aisha Fukushima, a rap activist, says, you are not half this and half that. You are abundant. We are all abundantly ourselves. Once I embraced all parts of me, I felt fuller, more confident, more joyous, more accepted, more whole. And the ironic part is that after so many years of wanting to fit in, now that I'm more authentically myself, I don't actually feel the need to fit in. Your differences, your idiosyncrasies, your combinations of many worlds is actually what makes you interesting and special. The world does not need more people who are the same. The world needs more people who are themselves. Embracing this is what will help you make great art. It is what will draw others to you, and it is what will make you feel the best version of yourself. As the actor Davine Joy Randolph said in her Oscars acceptance speech, "For so long I've wanted to be different, and now I realize I just need to be myself." My story was about authenticity. It's all about authenticity. My story was about ethnicity, but you all may feel pulled between 2 worlds in other ways. You may have moved to a place after having lived for a long time in another. You may be part of a blended household. You may have grown up with 2 or more religions. You may have felt torn between wanting to pursue an academic career or an artistic one. Whatever your unique story is, I encourage you to embrace all of it. So we have authenticity. Next, I want to talk about bravery, the B of the ABCs. Being brave is what allows us to push our limits and see what we are capable of. It helps us grow more than anything else, but being brave is also hard because you can't be brave without also being afraid. One of the times that I was bravest in my life was actually when I was almost exactly the age of all of you graduates right now. As a senior in high school, I had the highest GPA of my class, was captain of both the gymnastics team and the math team, was drum major of the marching band, and many other things. The past 3 valedictorians of my high school had gone to Harvard, and I felt that pressure of expectation. I applied to colleges, waited to hear back, and in the end, I did not get into a single college. It was a hard time, and I got a lot of advice about what I should do. It wasn't easy to block out the noise, but over time it became clear to me what I wanted to do. I knew it was not going to be the easiest or the most widely accepted choice, but in the end, I chose to take a break from school and do a gap year in Japan. Many people said I was making a mistake, and others shared their worry that I would never go back to school once I took a break. But I knew that I had to make the decision that was right for me. It didn't mean that I knew everything was going to be okay, because I didn't. I too was afraid that I was making a mistake. But I had to trust myself and the people around me who loved me and cared about me. So I went for it. As I look back now, almost 25 years later, it was probably the single best and most important decision that I ever made. It changed the trajectory of my life, both personally and academically, and set the stage for a tremendously fulfilling life here with all of you. I definitely wouldn't have called it brave at the time, but I was scared, and I still did what I knew was right for me, so now I can see it as brave. Sometimes in life you can choose to be brave, but other times you have to be. Whether you get to choose to be brave or not, I encourage you to be strong in those moments and trust your full, authentic selves. If you can do this, your horizons will widen and possibilities will unfold in front of you that you cannot imagine. I want to remind you all, too, that bravery doesn't always mean making a huge, sweeping decision. It's not always big, splashy, and life-changing. Often, bravery comes in the small moments. Standing up for someone in a conversation who isn't there to defend themselves. Asking a teacher for more feedback when you don't understand why you earned the grade you did. Auditioning for a role that you don't think you will get. Choosing not to do something to focus on your own well-being and mental health. Deciding to forgive someone who has hurt you. I have found that these small moments, rather than the big ones, make a much bigger overall impact. Okay, we have authenticity, we have bravery, and the last thing I hope for you, the C of the ABCs, is that you find and foster your community. Life can get hard, especially trying to be authentic and brave all the time. And finding good people to have as a part of your community can help make your life more joyous and hopefully a little easier. The New York Times recently published an article along these lines. It said, quote, "A major global study recently released by Harvard and Baylor universities affirmed what so much other data has shown. People flourish. They live happier, healthier, and better lives if they have strong social connections," end quote. But creating community for yourself doesn't just happen. You don't just wake up one morning and have a community. It takes work and deliberate effort. Someone who was very good at this was my dear friend and colleague, Mama Linda. One of the things that stands out to me about how she created community was her use of a single pronoun, we. You see, we is a connecting pronoun. I know because I teach English. It includes both you and the other. There is a major difference between saying, I am awesome, and we are awesome. Or, I am a part of this beautiful community, and we are a part of this beautiful community. On the flip side, when something challenging happens, using we allows us all to share the same experience and persevere together. I remember us using we last April when we lost Donna, hearing phrases like, "We will get through this together," and "We will continue to honor her legacy even though we miss her." I can still hear Mama Linda saying to me, "We got this," no matter how hard the "this" was. I always believed her, and we always made it through. Creating community is something I see you all doing every day. It's saying hi to the people on the path by Highland, even if you don't know them well. It's joining in singing happy birthday to someone in the dining hall. It's congratulating someone on an amazing show or performance. Including others has so many benefits. It widens your community, and that means there are more people there for you when you need it. But more importantly, spreading kindness brings kindness back to you. Don't just find your community. Bring people into it. Be generous with your time and your love. Spread these widely, and I promise you, it will come back to you tenfold. Authenticity, bravery, community. These are Miss P's ABCs. I hope that at some point, whether soon or further in your future, you find these helpful in your pursuit of happiness. To close, I just want to say, class of 2025, you're amazing. To quote Rajani Laraka, know that you are already everything we hoped you would be and more. So go out into the next chapters of your life with bravery, confidence, and joy as your authentic selves, feeling the strength of your community supporting you. Congratulations, and we love you.
Seniors, now's the time. As our graduates are starting to line up, I want to say one quick thank you to a woman without whom we would not be here. You all would not be here doing what you're supposed to do from her daily emails and everything else. Ms. Kelly Gaduldig, your class dean. This is not awards night. You can clap for every graduate. They have earned it. They deserve it. We will give them all of their moments in the sun. Catherine May Adelson. Bo Alawalia. Imani Grace Allen. Gabriel Anjo Alexander. Linda Isabella Alvarez Santos. Lucille Victoire Andre. Karen Baba. Sophia June Bay. Jane Wilkins Baker. Emma Gillen Baines. Lily Catherine Blanks. Sophia May Lauren Britton. Aiden James Buck. Lilith Shell Cardarelli. Jingjia Siska Chan. And being accepted by her advisor, Tom Keenan, Donna Chung. Yiming William Chong. Francesca Chauvin. Xiaoyu Chen. Yue Heidi Chen. Tate Oken Sinti. Sophia Colette Correnti. Yushin Lucky Dong. Isla Driver. Theodore David Dubin. Oliver Addison Ellsworth. Madeline Nicole Epting. Julia May Frost. Perry Ainsley Gill. Veronica Eloise Goddard. Allegra Leia Grappo. Hayden James Hoffman. Sukyoung Sean Hong. Audrey Elizabeth Howarth. Mira Joy May Sue. Chenjay Joseph Hung. Zoe Isabel. Nandini Jia. Lillian Jong. Lydia S. Jin. Louisa Madeline Jorgensen. Ji-Sok Kim. Ju-Hyung Ricky Kim. Sung Han Kim. Madeline Ayaka Kobayashi. Caroline Woolley Lambert. Preston Andrew Langlois. Lillian Grace Larry. Yui Dennis Huang Long Lei. Avery Noreen Leahy. Xingliang Amber Lee. Audrey Eva Leppin. Georgiana Lee Lewis. Miranda Rose Lewis Regan. Andrew Lee. Cecilia Lee. Jiayong Lee. Solveig Brooklyn Libicki. Shyla Lopez. Haichi Liu. Yushuan Daniel Ma. Devaney McGinley Marr. Mia McGann. Kira Rachel Ramos Megan. Stella Christina Anissa C. Mercado. Sinran Miao. William Vincent Miller. Daniela Teresa Nico Menidis. Clayton James Nelson. Lynn Micah Nguyen. Bailey Ann O'Brien. Tara O'Driscoll. G-U-O. Alden Jane Pertel. Maylin Kwan. Elizabeth James Raby. Olivia Connolly Robinson. Phoenix Roar. Oceana Gonzalez Rose. Isabella Scott. Riley Serpa. Cash Sprouse. Romy Steinitz Miller. Jonas Stumpf. Samira Catherine Thompson. Maria Teresa Celios. Yushuan Shelley Tu. Macy Vandaloo. Sophie Rose Ventrone. Lena Michaela Vermette. Zichun Wang. Ethan Alden Washington. Teresa Mia Whitfield. Marissa Emmy Torrey Williams. Bloom Wu.
Class of 2025, please rise. Our school motto, non nobis solo, means not for ourselves alone. Class of 2025, I charge you with this. You didn't make it to this moment alone, and you will continue to lean on one another as you move on to this next chapter of your lives. Now, please turn your tassels to officially become Walnut Hill graduates. Friends, family, and colleagues, I present to you the class of 2025. Congratulations.